Hey guys, long time no talk. I haven't been here for a couple weeks. I didn't film for maybe about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I really just, there were videos that I wanted to make, but I really just kind of needed to get my mojo back a little bit. You know, anybody, I mean, a lot of you guys make videos too, so you know what I'm talking about, but, you know, you kind of get to a little point where it's like, oh, I need to go film, and you kind of want to film, but you're just not, like, totally in the mood for it. And I feel like if you're not in the mood to do this, then it really comes across in the videos. And so I just decided to, you know, wait. If I got up and it was supposed to be a filming day and I really just didn't feel like doing it, I just skipped it. And I just decided to wait until I kind of got my energy for filming back before I filmed again, so that, you know, I didn't come across as like, So, haven't been here for a little while. But because of that, I'm doing a bonus week this week, and I'm going to show you 2 weeks worth of products that I was still using products, so I'm going to go ahead and show you 2 weeks worth this week instead of just one, so a lot of extra things to talk about this week. And I want to touch on a little bit of business really quickly, because I just want to see what you guys think, or what your opinion is, or, you know, what you want from this channel. I really have been thinking a lot about vlogging again. And I think about this all the time, because for me it feels like a fun thing to do. I did a little bit of vlogging a few years ago here on my channel, and there were people who watched it and who really enjoyed it, and they were like die-hard viewers, and they watched, you know, every single time that I posted vlog videos. But just like tutorials, vlog videos don't really get as many views as like a haul or like my Ready Set Shop videos. And so sometimes it sort of feels like, why am I doing this? Because nobody's interested in watching. Which isn't true. There are people that are interested in watching. It's just, you know, it's just a different group. But I always feel like I want to do it. I feel like it's something that would be fun for me to do. And I feel like it's a really good way to get to know each other better. I mean, you really get to know me as a person. You know, it's not just like a staged video where you're on like a set or whatever and just talking to the camera. It's really more, you know, more like my life. But I want to know, are you guys interested in that? What kind of vlogging do you like? Tell me what would be interesting to you guys, and if you would enjoy watching that. Because I feel like it's fun. I feel like would be fun for me, but I don't want to do it if it's only fun for me. I want to do it if it's fun for all of us, or the majority of us, or a good portion of us, if you guys would enjoy participating in that. Okay, so just let me know in the comments what your opinions are, and let's get started, because I have a lot to show you guys. So, kind of my first week started with a Christmas gift that I was given, and I showed you guys this in my Christmas haul. It's the Tarte Amazonian Clay Bronzer in Park Avenue Princess. And here is the compact. So it has this nice, like, bronzy kind of faux skin. Interestingly, the skin is different depending on which side you're looking at. Sort of case. It's magnetic closure. There's a big mirror, you know, on the top. And this is the color. So it is a pretty dark product. I feel like for me this is better for bronzing than contouring, because it does have some shine to it. But it's not nearly, it doesn't perform nearly as dark as it looks in the palette. So I think that's kind of why a lot of people like it, because it can maybe be a little bit more of a universal color. But, you know, that's me having to swatch it twice. So enjoy using that. I feel like with products like this, I'm not a fan of the magnetic closure, because I don't feel safe just tossing this in my handbag or even a makeup case or whatever. I feel like I want this to sit out and be pretty and stay pretty, but that something would get up under there and get in there and, like, you know, ruin the product or something if I just tossed it in a handbag or a makeup bag. So there's that about it, but I do enjoy it, and it is, you know, a fairly universal color. It's much lighter than it looks, and so, you know, a lot more people could use it than probably think they could based on, you know, first look of it, because it seems dark, but it's really not. I also used the E.L.F. Studio Eyebrow Kit, and this one has a gel and then a light powder, and it actually has brushes too. So this is the case. It's kind of falling out of the case. This is what it looks like. And it's basically like a brown gel, and then a lighter, almost like a dark blonde, like a dirty blonde sort of powder. And I did actually use the brush that comes with it, which I do actually like a lot. The little angled, it's almost like an angled eyeliner brush. This works really well for kind of feathering in little strokes. And I think the powder end, it's a little bit wide, but I mean, it works just fine for applying the powder. So I really don't even think you need, you know, different tools to use it. There is a mirror here. This whole portion here is a mirror, so let me hide that from you. And so here's the gel, here's the gel, and here is the powder. And let me just swatch the powder for you so you can kind of see. It's just sort of a universal kind of dirty blonde. Here's the thing about brow powder. I feel like for me, and I'm like a redhead, lighter color. I don't have very thick brows, but to me, feel like the color of your brow product is almost irrelevant. I can use, you know, blonde colors all the way up to black colors, and I can make them work. So I feel like application is more important with brow products than the actual color. The only exception I would say is obviously if, you know, for somebody who has a very dyed sort of magenta burgundy shade of red hair, and they go for like a magenta burgundy shade for their brows, that's going to be a little harder to work with, but those colors are very hard to find. Most people usually have to use like an eyeshadow to get the color to match in those cases. But this color, a lot of people look at this color and think that this is way too dark for me, and it's not. You know, application, the way you use it, has more to do with brow products, I think, than anything else. So I always go for a very natural brow look. I feel like it makes you look a lot younger, a lot more fresh and awake, and a lot less heavy on top. And so really for me, I'm not trying to draw my brows on or make them bigger or draw. I'm more focused on just filling in a little additional color. You know, I just fill in where it's sparse, and I just add color so that you can see my brows, because my brows are actually even lighter than my hair color. So for me, it's just about filling in color, and it's less about drawing them on, and so that's how I can get away with using any color that I want. Alright, the second week I used the Avon Hawaiian Shores bronzing petals, and it looks like this. You guys have I maybe have shown you guys this before. This is going to be one of those things, every now and then I still see it in the outlet catalog, but this is more kind of a reminder for people who already have a really good collection of makeup to go shop their stash and pull out some things that they haven't used in a long time and get a little bit of use out of it. So it's, you know, it's a really pretty, it has kind of a satiny sort of finish to it, like a metallic sort of finish. And, you know, just a really pretty color that you can kind of swirl together. Pretty universal bronzer, and it actually performs darker than which it's not really showing up on camera, but it's actually darker than the Park Avenue Princess in pigmentation and in color, surprisingly enough, which I know you can't really see that. But this is one swatch. Remember, this is one swatch, and this was actually three heavy swatches. So, you know, if I go back and add some more, you know, it's going to get really, really dark. So, I just think this is a fun, cute little palette. There's no mirror, no brushes, no, like, extra frills or anything. It's just a nice, pretty color that you can use for bronzing, and it is a satiny finish, but you can kind of matte it down pretty well. So, I think it's pretty universal for most people. Okay, I finished my moisturizer that I use for my face at night, which is a little bit of a heavy moisturizer than what I use in the morning. In the morning, I'm more focused about, you know, getting a little hydration back in after my shower and some SPF, where at night, you know, I use like a heavier product, mainly because at night is when I do the full face regimen, so my skin needs a little more hydration after that than it does in the morning just after a shower where I've splashed off. So I had this sample. I've had this sample for a long time. This is the Olay Definity Highly Defined Anti-Aging Intense Hydrating Cream. And this is just a little sample, but this is what I've been using at night. And this reminds me a lot of the Becoming that Avon used to have. It has the same kind of pearlescent look as the kind of serum gels that the Becoming line had. And it feels very similar. So I find that very interesting. But anyway, I've enjoyed using it. I do like it. So it's something that I would look into further. I'm not sure if this exact product, I need to look and see if this exact product is even still on the market or not, because I have had this for quite some time. But I would kind of, follow the upgrades if it is discontinued and try whatever the sort of replacements are that are currently out. Okay, for my hair, I pulled out the Joico K-Pack Color Therapy Restorative Styling Oil. And this came in an Allure beauty box from a couple years ago. And it's just kind of an oil, I put one pump in my hands, rub them together, and I just work it down through, my hair, through the lengths of the hair. I tried this on the first day. I thought to myself, this feels very similar to the Moroccan Argan Oil treatment that I already have from Avon. And my initial thoughts were I prefer the Argan Oil, the Avon product, because I prefer the smell of that one. I really like the smell of that one. And I feel like I got pretty much the same benefits, but using less product. This squirts out like maybe a nickel-sized product or more with one pump. The Avon with one pump squirts out less than a dime size, maybe like a pea-sized amount. And I got the same results with the pea-sized amount as I did with this, full-size amount. And I like the smell better. So there was that. But then I finished up a styling gel that I've had for a long time, which I will show you that, and I will show you the face cream in an empties video coming up. So I had finished a styling gel, which I kind of wear on my off days. Like days when I'm not doing full hair and makeup, I will use up products that are not my favorite products. And then on days where I need to go somewhere or look a little more presentable, I use my products that I do like the most. So I'd finished up kind of this side product that I had been using up. And I decided to pull out my Tresemme Split Remedy Leave-In Split-In Conditioning Treatment. It says reduces up to 80% of split ends after 3 uses. Reduces frizz for soft, smooth ends. So, same thing. I put a pump of this. This gives you maybe like a quarter-sized amount. Rub it together and kind of rub it through my hands. Now, it smells pretty good. I don't know if it's really doing much for split ends or not. It does kind of help with frizz, and it does kind of help control the hair a little bit more. I don't mind using it. I like it, but using it better than the gel that I had been using that I finished up. So I had these two products. I was using these two products on the same week. So I tried both of these by themselves to see what they would do. I tried both of them together. I tried putting this one in first and this one after it, and I tried vice versa, putting this on my hair first and then this one after it. Using these two products together, putting this one on first and then this one after it, is so good. Like, really good. It made my hair feel really soft. It made it, I have very baby fine hair, and hair like mine tangles. I mean, I can just be sitting still all day and never move, and I will get tangles. And when you have hair like mine, you can't, I have to brush my hair out when it's wet, because if I brush it out when it's dry, trying to get the tangles out, it just rips all that hair out. It doesn't comb through the tangles, it just rips them out. So these two things together made my hair feel softer, and it made it really easy to be able to finger comb through and get those tangles out that you get all throughout the day. And because of that, it held my style for a lot longer. It made my hair, smoother and straighter and sleeker, and kept it from getting, tangly and like losing its volume and that kind of stuff throughout the day. So these two things together, putting this one on first and then this one, really good. I really enjoyed using that. Okay, so the next thing is the first week I used the Good Natural Body Mist in Orange Petalooza, which is like a blood orange scent. And Good is distributed by Burt's Bees, so here it says, you know, Good from Burt's Bees, and on the back it tells you distributed by Burt's Bees. This is a scent that is blood orange, so it's orange, it's like a citrus. But you guys know that a blood orange is a little more acidic. It has this hint, to me it's like a hint of grapefruit to it. It's like orange with a little zing of grapefruitiness, that burn that a grapefruit has, that kind of bitterness, acidic smell. So that's kind of what it smells like. On the back it does mention soft hyacinth, and I maybe get just a subtle hint of that, where it takes the orange and the grapefruit to to a floral end of it, but it really for me is mostly orange. This doesn't last for a very long time. You know, I mean, you can squirt it all over the place, and you're not going to smell it for a super long time. But it is a nice smell, and I do enjoy it while I'm using it. And it's, you know, they're affordable too, so I'm not like sweating the fact that it's not a super long lasting fragrance. And then the next week I pulled out the Avon Naturals. This is another one of their refreshing body sprays, and this one is black cherry and nutmeg. And so this, you know, black cherry is a very fruity cherry scent, which I happen to really enjoy. And then the nutmeg on top of it adds a little spice to it and sort of mellows out that fruity side of it a little bit. I would love it if it were just the black cherry. I mean, I really love fruity scents, so I would be, I mean, obviously I've got citrus and fruit. I like that smell. I like baked goods too, but citrus and fruit are kind of the top of my fragrance enjoyment scale. So I would really like it if it were just the black cherry straight up, but you know, the nutmeg adds kind of a spiciness to it and brings it down from the fruitiness. So for somebody who feels like fruity scents just aren't sophisticated enough or mature enough or whatever you might think, you know, that nutmeg does, that's what the nutmeg is in there for. It's to target, that's to make it good for you. Right? So I really enjoyed using this. You know, I've told you guys before that I really like the Naturals line by Avon. Okay, so I also showed you guys that I finished up that Lord and Mayfair conditioner. Remember, I showed it to you in a Ready Set Shop video, I think. I don't think you've seen that it's gone yet. That'll come in Empty's video, which I hated, by the way. But because I finished it, I normally do try to do like every other product, like an Avon product and then another brand. And I try to switch it up. Recently with the conditioner, I've been using all other brands, and so I was like, you know, I need to throw in an Avon. And Avon just recently, they discontinued their regular, the previous volumizing shampoo and conditioner line, which annoys me because I really liked it. But they have like a new version. So this is the Avon Advanced Techniques Ultimate Volume Bodybuilding Technology. This is a conditioner for fine hair. It has like 24-hour voluminous results, is what it says on it. And it looks like this. It basically smells the same. I don't really feel like it performs that differently. I think if I had to pick, I would say I don't like it quite as much as the one that they got rid of. But I don't know. I think until I use it with the shampoo, I won't really know for sure. But you guys know that I've been using this hair care regimen that I'm not allowed to talk about. I'm sworn to secrecy about it. And the conditioner that is involved in that regimen does nothing for the tangles and being able to comb out my hair. And so I've been forced to use something else on the ends of my hair. So that's what I've been doing. I've been using this 7 days a week just on the ends so that I can get a comb through my hair, basically, because this other conditioner that I'm using does nothing for that. So I do like it. I think I maybe like the old version a little bit better, but I think if you didn't use the old version and don't have anything to compare this to, you would really enjoy it if you have fine hair, like me. Okay, then I pulled out this Ulta eyeshadow, and this is in Electric Lights, and there's a little sticker residue on the front, but you guys know what the Ulta packaging looks like. This is a really pretty purple, and it's basically like an iridescent purple. Can you guys tell? And this is a really fun purple for me because this takes me straight back to the 80s. And not in a bad way, not in a, oh, it's dated, don't wear this kind of way, or it's, gosh, that really looks like the 80s and, you know, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb or anything. But, you know, that sort of iridescent color was really kind of just being created sort of in the 80s. And so a lot of things sort of came out with this, and it was just a very exciting time in makeup to have that kind of an interesting finish. But it's just a pretty purple, you know, shade. It's not super duper pigmented. It's one of those purples that's pigmented, but you can still kind of see your skin through it, if that makes sense. And I do really like the Ulta eyeshadows a lot, and so this is just, you know, it's just a really fun color, and so I really enjoyed wearing it, and it kind of took me back in a lot of ways to a time when makeup was really exciting and fun, and it was all about experimentation, and you could really do whatever you wanted, and people weren't so obsessed with rules. Like, you know, everybody thinks that the world, everything has to be a rule, and oh, you're doing that wrong because here's the rule. And I'm like, there are no rules. There are guidelines. There are suggestions on what could look better. There are trends that become popular, and trends that you should let go of at certain times because it can make you look a little dated and that kind of thing. But rules are for kids. And so, you know, this to me is just, it's just a fun color, and it just took me back, and I really like it. Then a nail polish that I use, which I don't have on anymore, but it's an Avon Speed Dry Plus 30 nail enamel, and it's in the color ASAP Pink. And this is a pretty pink. This to me is like the perfect Barbie pink, and it's like on the lighter side of Barbie pink. It's actually darker than what it's showing up on camera. It's a little more, I don't know what this reminds me of, kind of like cotton candy sort of shade, only like a cream finish. And it's just a really pretty nice bright pink, and I get a lot of compliments when I wear this. People always point out, oh, I really like your nail polish color. So really fun color, enjoyed wearing that. And then a couple of lip products. I mentioned before an Ultra Glazewear recently, and this is another of the Ultra Glazewear, and this is in the color Rave. Now Rave came out, I want to say like in the, maybe around 2003, 2002, 2003. It's kind of like a sparkle. There you can see the sparkle. There is some sparkle to it, but it's not obnoxious sparkle. And it's kind of like a mauve-y pink. I don't know, a little more interest than mauve-y pink, but still kind of on the mauve-y side. It's got like a burgundy sort of warmth to it in a way. But these smell really good, and this is just a really pretty, fun color. It's right here. And so you know, you can sheer it out and have it be as sheer as you want, but you can get a lot of color from it too if you put it on a little bit thicker. And like I said, the sparkle, there is sparkle to it, but the sparkle is not so glittery that it's like glitter on my lips. It's more, it gives it life. It gives the look some life and some fun and some, I don't know, some interest. And so I think if you generally shy away from glitter or sparkly things, I don't think you need to worry about this one. It's, you know, it's nice. And then the second week I pulled out the Color Whispers. These are Maybelline, and this one I have is number 5, which is Go Nude. So this obviously falls on the light side. I've showed you one of these before. This one I don't like as much as the other one. It's a really pretty color, but as far as wearing it goes, it's a little on the ghosty concealer side in a way. It's up here. It is peachy and whatnot, but on my lips it really kind of takes all the color away sort of down there. And I think this one is peachy. I've showed you guys before a lip balm that I have that does something kind of similar, but a little more on a yellow creamy side, and I prefer that to this, because this is a little bit like you're getting closer to the, you might be starting to look a little bit sick or a little bit dead because it blends in too much. where that creamy color of the lip balm is still, you still look healthy and alive and well. So this is a really pretty color, and I think for somebody with different pigmentation than mine, and also much lighter natural pigmentation to their lips as well, you know, this would perform differently on them than it does on me. So there are a ton of Color Whisper colors. I wasn't that impressed with them at first because they're not quite as pigmented as the lip butters, and you know, I really, really, really like the lip butters, but the more time that has gone by has allowed me to kind of appreciate these for what they are. And they do feel really good on the lips. The color doesn't last for a super long time, but, you know, as long as you're not like eating or drinking or something, it's, you know, it'll last for a decent amount of time. And they feel good on the lips, and there's a ton of colors to choose from. So, you know, if one doesn't quite work for you, there are a bunch of others that you can choose from. And then this is really just to remind you to pull something out of your stash that you probably haven't used for a while, but these were super duper duper popular. Maybe a year into YouTube being, maybe a year and a half into YouTube being a really big thing. These are the N.Y.C Blushable Cream Sticks. Do you guys remember these? Pull these out and use them again because they really are nice. They're really fun, and they were an affordable product, so get your money's worth out of it. The one I have here was 644U Plaza Pink, and you might still be able to find these somewhere. My N.Y.C used to be sold at my Ulta, and they got rid of it a couple years ago, and so there aren't as many places where I can find N.Y.C now. I can find it at Target, and I think I can find it at maybe Kmart. But anyway, so because there are fewer places to get it, their displays are also more limited, so you know, you probably can't find this as easily anymore, but I'm sure there's still some stores that have it, and you definitely can still get them online. But really pretty, almost like a corally pink, which when you look at it here, it seems a lot more like peachy, but it has this coral kind of hint to it that's really nice. And you know, when you blend it out and soften it out, it just gives you the prettiest color to your cheeks, like that super healthy color, like you just, I don't know, like you were working out, but you don't look hot and sweaty. You just look like you have gorgeous color, and it makes you look more youthful, or like you were out in the cold a little bit, and you just have that perfect amount of color on the cheeks. Just so nice. So if you have these and you haven't used them in a long time, pull them back out again and get your use out of them, because these are really good. Really good. Okay. So that's all I have for you this time, which was a lot. This is a long video for me, and you know, it's a little bit off because I haven't done it in a little while, but that's how it goes for us. You know, you kind of have to get back in the groove. So like I said, let me know what you think about the vlogging thing, if you really would have an interest in that. I realize that not everybody is going to be interested in watching those, but if I have a decent handful of people who really would enjoy it, then I'm going to do it for them, because I would enjoy it too. And so as long as a decent number of us would enjoy it and would participate and do it together, then I think that would be fun. So let me know what you think, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe, because I like to make new friends, and tell me a little bit about yourself down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!